Mortgage Dr. Rich here with everything that you need to know about discount points. Discount points, also referred to as permanent discounts, applies to a customer who might want a rate that is lower than the current going par rate. So for example, borrower says, I want a rate of 4%. The loan originator responds by saying, well, the current rate is actually 6%. Now at this point, our borrower has a couple options. They can wait to see if the market rates come down, but there's no guarantee of that happening, or no guarantee of that happening anytime soon. Or they can act now and get that lower rate by paying discount points. Discount points represents interest paid upfront at the time of settlement. And therefore, on a purchase transaction, when someone elects to purchase discount points, it may be tax deductible. But the idea is, if a person pays points, they get a lower interest rate. Now, having said that, what is a point? 1 point equals or costs 1% of the loan amount, whatever that is. But I don't want you to think that if you buy 1 point, you're going to lower the interest rate by 1%. It's all contingent on what the pricing shows for that particular day, what the pricing is at for that particular moment in time. So in theory, you could buy 1 discount point and reduce the rate 0.5%. On another day, you could buy 1 discount point and reduce the rate by 1.5%. It all is based on market pricing applicable for that day. Now, you don't only have to buy 1 point. You could buy 1.375% in points. You could buy 0.875% in points. So the borrower is not limited to just increments of 1. But when the loan originator is considering discount points for their customer, it's very important for you as the loan originator to help the customer understand their break-even period. So in other words, if a customer is going to spend $4,000 on discount points, and for that, they're going to save $150 a month. Well, then when we're talking about $4,000 divided by 150, it's going to take a little over 26 months for them to recover that expense. So if they're only going to be in the house for a year or 2 at the most, it probably doesn't make sense. But if they're going to be in the house longer than 26, 27 months, it very well might make sense. It's also important to understand what liquidating that money might mean. Yes, they might get a better income tax break in the beginning, but they're paying less interest due to a lower interest rate, and they're going to overall get a lower tax break over the years. Additionally, how much are they earning on that $4,000 in this example that they're going to have to liquidate? So all of these things must be considered. Excuse me. All of these things must be considered before the borrower goes ahead with that. And it's something that you as a loan originator, maybe working with an accountant or a tax professional, can come, all your heads can come together and determine whether or not this is the right decision for the customer. Bottom line is, a customer must be able to make an educated decision before taking action. And it's your job as a loan originator to give them all of the information that they need in order to do so. Let's take a look at an example of discount points and what it means. So in this example, we're using a loan amount of $275,600. 1 point, as I said, equals 1% of the loan balance. The borrower decides to purchase 2.375% in points. So that equates to $6,545.50. And we get that by taking $275,600, the loan amount, multiplying that by 2.375%. But what if you had an NMLS question that asks you, NMLS test question that says, okay, the borrower pays $65,4550 in points on a loan balance of $275,600. How many points did they pay? Well, in that case, you just adjust the variables in the formula to say $6,545.50 is the amount spent, divided by the loan amount, and that gives you 2.375% points. But the bottom line is, when considering discount points with your borrower, make sure they have all the information so that they can make an educated decision. like, follow, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to do to stay in touch with me so that you can get more of these helpful tips and strategies to help you knock the NMLS exam out of the park and launch your mortgage career very successfully. I will be doing a video soon about temporary buy downs, so look out for that. For now, take care until next time.